All right, y'all. I'm going in this week. I'm trying to add hella value to you guys, trying to share some really, really important frameworks and mindsets and routines. And that's what we're discussing today, the routine, my morning routine. And before we get into this, I want to impart on you what I believe to be the measure of knowing something. Because a lot of us tend to hear things, and when we think we've heard them already, our brains just shut off, right? But I'm here to tell you that if you are not implementing something into your life, then you don't know it, right? We may have heard something a lot of times, but if we're not taking action with it, then we don't know shit, So I say that to say, I'm sure a lot of you have heard that successful people wake up early in the morning. I'm here to tell you the same thing. Successful people wake up early in the morning. Speak to any successful person. They will tell you, keep first things first. What does that mean? That means do the first, in the beginning of the morning, in the beginning of your day, do the most important activities first before you move on to anything else. Now, what is arguably the most important activities that you could be doing? Your own personal development. Because again, I always stress your level of success will never surpass your level of personal development. So that is what we have to focus on. And this gentleman, Hal Elrod, he wrote a book called The Miracle Morning, a recommended read. I'm sure you guys have seen me talk about Hal Elrod, The Miracle Morning. You absolutely must read this book because he, unlike a lot of your self-help books out there that are like very theoretical, you'll get some great ideas. This one was actionable strategies. He created the framework, an acronym called the SAVERS. The acronym SAVERS. S is for silence. The first S is for silence, aka meditation, which is, as I've spoken about in the past, just practicing sitting in the seat as the observer of your mind, practicing being conscious, being aware of your thoughts and emotions so that you're not letting your conditioned mind run your life. Then you have A for affirmations, which is stating what you want or who you want to be in the present tense as if it is already true. And reminding yourself of some of the mindsets and paradigms of the world and habits that have been helpful for you, right? So because the more you tell yourself something, the more you're going to start to believe it. So you can't just, adopt this new belief or say, oh yeah, this is going to help me out. But then you say it to yourself one time and forget it. You've got to say that to yourself every day and start to reprogram your subconscious. You could also do declarations, which is, stating your intention as well. The V was for visualizations, right? Visualizing what you want, who you want to be in the future, using all your senses, right? What would that smell like, taste like? What would it feel like? What would I see? Visualizations are really important. That's something that I used to do back when I played baseball. Step up to the batter's box. I would visualize the vibration in the bat when I made contact. I would see the ball sailing out. And it worked for me. The E was for exercise, right? The way you do one thing is the way you do everything. So if you're settling on your physical fitness, that is going to bleed into every other aspect of your life. People say health is wealth. Yeah, health is wealth. Reading was for R was read. Readers are leaders. We wouldn't be here today if I didn't read The Miracle Morning. And you just have to replace entertainment with education. And when you start to see the impact that education has in your life, it's going to become more entertaining than whatever the hell you were doing before, watching Netflix. And then the last S was for scribing or journaling, right? And that's, for me, I just think that for all I know, this is the only life that I have, and I really believe that it is worth recording, right? And what is not measured cannot be improved upon, right? So if you want to make improvements in your life, you got to measure it. You got to write down these goals that you have, write down the plan that you have, and then keep track of the action that you're taking, kind of like a habit tracker, right? But that's what I use my journal for, as well as like a brag book, a gratitude journal, right? Going in there, writing what I'm grateful for, and being intentional about focusing on the beauty of my life, right? The positives. So that's the SAVERS, guys, and that's something that I've implemented into my life, and it has transformed my life. Like, I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. The Miracle Morning has transformed my life. That book put me on a trajectory to continue to the point now where I want to be a coach and help other people develop themselves and be able to achieve their goals and live their lives to the fullest. It was because of this. It was because of the action that I took and actually, developing my own personal development framework and seeing the impact that it had in my life and just wanting to pay it forward from here. So, I cannot overestimate the impact that the Miracle Morning has had in my life. So I really implore you to read the book and implement it into your life as well and see how it works. Don't believe anything I say. That's why I love how T.R. Eckery says that at the beginning of all his seminars. Don't believe a word I say, because this is all just my own experience and what works for me. Try it out for yourself and see how it works. I love you guys. I do. I love you guys. I hope this was beneficial, and I'm excited for the next video.